Everyone watching this video loves some anime and the wide selection of anime content. However, in terms of video games, unless you keep up with current trends, there are a lot of anime games that you can miss out on. The PlayStation 4 and 5 are also very good consoles for this type of genre, and the variety of games is impressive. But since there are so many great anime games out there, I thought I'd create a list of the best anime games for PlayStation 4 and PS5. Dragon Ball Z. Kakarot is the most faithful retelling of the original Dragon Ball Z story that you'll find on PS4, and perhaps in gaming as a whole. This is an open-world action RPG, where you play as Goku and the gang. It's got side quests, plenty of reasons to explore the map, and is, generally, a lot of fun. The combat's a bit cheesy at times and there are some odd design decisions here and there, but if you're a big Dragon Ball fan, there's a whole lot to like about Kakarot. And even if you're totally new to Akira Toriyama's seminal series, then this game might prove to be a gateway into what is one of the most popular entertainment properties on the planet. The first game on this list of the best PlayStation 4 anime games is the Bandai Namco game, which is based on the world-famous My Hero Academia franchise. The sequel to My Hero 1's Justice is a poor one though, which is disappointing because the first one was a really good starting point for the series. Even though this game was praised for the characters and the combat system, it was incredibly similar to the previous game but just not as good in any way. The finer details in the combat system were not great though, and the story was incredibly hard to follow, especially if you were new to the series as well. One Piece. Pirate Warriors 4 is an action-adventure anime game developed by Omega Force and is based on the popular manga series, One Piece. The title features a vast open world where players can explore various islands, battle enemies, and recruit crew members. The game has a story mode that follows the events of the Whole Cake Island arc. Its combat system is fluid and offers a variety of moves and special attacks to choose from. One Piece. Pirate Warriors 4's stunning visuals, engaging storyline, and fast-paced action make it a must-play for any One Piece fan. It's a little rough around the edges, but this turn-based RPG does a good job of adapting the popular anime and manga property that is Fairy Tail. Developed by veteran role-playing studio Gust, the simply named Fairy Tail is an enjoyable, colorful adventure with loads of characters to recruit and level up, each with their own unique abilities. Dedicated side stories help to establish the cast, while the plot itself is based on the events of the original work, although in the game, things pick up quite deep into the overall narrative. As such, newcomers may find themselves a little lost, but there's still fun to be had if you're into RPGs. There's a running trend with anime games to try and create the longest name of all time, and I think this Demon Slayer game might just take the mantle as the longest. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles is a game that is based on the manga series of the same name, and it's one that looks unbelievable as well. The problems arise due to the game being about 80% cutscene, which means it lacks the actual gaming experience a bit too much. When the gameplay does make an appearance, it's far too short and it makes the game pretty pointless, if you can call it a game that is. Attack on Titan 2 is a super satisfying action RPG that's based on the immensely popular Attack on Titan manga and anime property. Its main story mode has you create your own Titan-slaying hero, who ends up fighting for humanity's future alongside the main cast of characters from the original work. As such, the plot does deviate quite heavily from both the manga and the anime in places, but this is still a thoroughly enjoyable adaptation. This is mostly thanks to the gameplay, which is just fantastic fun. Utilizing the omnidirectional mobility gear, you zip across huge, open maps while hunting down titans. It feels great, and an abundance of RPG systems, leveling up, acquiring new equipment, improving relationships with your allies, makes Attack on Titan 2 a very Moorish experience, one of the most robust anime offerings on this list. Digimon Story. Cyber Sleuth itself isn't based on a particular manga or anime, but it's obviously tied to the Digimon franchise, which is perhaps best known for its multiple anime productions, many of which were huge in the 90s and early 2000s. In this turn-based RPG, you get to raise your own squad of elite Digimon, which forms a devilishly addictive gameplay loop. The game's original story has you take on the role of a rookie detective who solves cyber crimes with the help of their digital pals. All told, this is a great Japanese RPG that's worth checking out even if you're completely unfamiliar with Digimon. Another Bandai Namco game here, and the story in this one follows Evan Pettiwhisker Tildrum, possibly the greatest name in video game history. This young king was usurped from his castle and sets out to build a new kingdom. Players are able to freely navigate Evan throughout this giant world, and other characters in the party can be freely controlled in battles as well. The story does feel a bit childish at times, but it is still an interesting one that can be thoroughly enjoyed. But the biggest problem is that the combat is incredibly simple and can lead to an awful amount of button mashing. Persona 5 The Royal. Persona 5 The Royal is an enhanced version of Persona 5 released for the PS4 and PS5 consoles. Persona 5 is a game you probably already know and love, the wildly popular and unique RPG from Atlus, who brought us anime classics like Catherine and Shin Megami Tensei, and the upcoming Soul Hackers 2. An eclectic mix of action, role-playing, and simulation, all in a wacky Japanese anime-style package. The game won a slew of awards, sold over 5 million copies, and is universally loved by fans. The Royal version of the game features new characters, new story, new locations, new items, new music, and basically just a bunch of other stuff that would start with the word new that is sure to keep even the most experienced players busy for hours and hours. Persona 5 The Royal is the definitive experience for Persona 5, and a must-have on the PlayStation 5 console. An easy addition to our own wishlist, and to this list of the best anime games for PS5. The second Naruto title in this list of the best PlayStation 4 anime games is a significant improvement on the previous one. The story in this game follows two young ninjas, the titular Naruto Uzumaki and his friend/rival Sasuke Uchiha. The two ninjas participate in a world war between shinobi, which is the Fourth Shinobi World War, and the terrorist organization Akatsuki. The game was well received for its brilliant narrative and exceptional graphics, but the length of the game did cause a few problems because it is very short, and the depth of controls which are very shallow. Not only is Dragon Ball FighterZ a downright stunning adaptation of Akira Toriyama's legendary work, it's also an absolutely top-tier team-based fighting game. When Arc System Works was handed the Dragon Ball license, you just knew that the end result was going to be something special. From the combat mechanics to the flawless presentation, FighterZ is a phenomenal anime game, and pretty much sets the bar for anime adaptations in general. Of course, fighting games aren't to everyone's tastes, but even if you're a total newbie, there's still so much fun to be found in FighterZ at even the most basic level. An accessible auto combo system keeps the action flowing even if you're just starting out, while those who wish to dig deeper will find an incredibly rewarding experience. My Hero Ultra Rumble is a thrilling action game set in the world of the popular anime and manga series, My Hero Academia. Players take on the role of their favorite characters from the series and engage in fast-paced, high-stakes battles against powerful foes. In My Hero Ultra Rumble, players will experience the excitement of the series like never before. The game features intense, fast-paced combat that allows players to unleash their favorite characters' quirks, the unique powers that set them apart from the rest of the world. Whether you prefer to play as the all-powerful Deku, the fiery Bakugo, or the calm and cool Todoroki, there is a character that will suit your playstyle. You can play it on platforms ranging from PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo to Windows. The game features a wide range of environments, each with its own distinct look and feel, inspired by the world of My Hero Academia. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the towering UA High School, players will encounter a variety of challenges and obstacles, each requiring unique strategies and tactics to overcome. In conclusion, My Hero Ultra Rumble is a thrilling action game that offers fans of the series a new and exciting way to experience the world of My Hero Academia. An intriguing action RPG from Bandai Namco, Scarlet Nexus is a largely solid and stylish romp with a relatively unique combat system. Utilizing psychic powers, you can hurl chunks of the environment at your opponents and pull off flashy team attacks alongside your allies. Some of the characters are a bit wishy-washy, but the game's core premise of evolving human brains and the ever-present threat of nightmarish creatures is enough to drive the experience. Guilty Gear Strive is the 7th mainline installment in the Guilty Gear series and the 25th game overall. Guilty Gear Strive keeps the primary essence of the series but mixed things up by including a few new features and mechanics. Some of the additions that were introduced were the wall break feature, which allowed stage transitions when a combo was ignited. This is one of the best games in the series, and it has epic visuals, fantastic gameplay, and netcode, which is the main reason the online mode is as smooth as it is. It is a really great game that fans of the series will love, and it might even attract new players too. In the 80s and 90s, the Captain Tsubasa anime was massive in certain parts of the world, and decades later, it would be revived through Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions, a faithful video game adaptation of the completely over-the-top soccer action. Featuring loads of teams and characters from the anime, Rise of the Champions comes close to being the complete Captain Tsubasa package, even if the stop-start gameplay grows a bit stale over time. The game's story mode covers the original plot, while other modes let you make your own footballing hero or play freely with the game's many spiky-haired superstars. Neo: The World Ends With You is a unique anime RPG, and is one that is best if you just experience it for yourself. You will not be disappointed. It is the direct sequel to the 2007 game The World Ends With You, which we recently covered in our list of the best Nintendo DS Lite games. Neo takes Twee into full 3D this time around, so gameplay is a unique combination of third-person fighting and visual novel that feels like an interactive manga. The game is cool, exciting, and an absolute must-have for anime fans, and especially those interested in the visual novel genre. Genshin Impact is a breathtaking adventure through the world of Teyvat, where the elemental archons rule supreme. Players take on the role of a mysterious traveler who is on a quest to find a lost sibling and uncover the secrets of this land. With its stunning graphics, fast-paced combat, and diverse cast of characters, Genshin Impact offers a truly immersive experience. The world of Teyvat is vast and diverse, with each region offering its own unique landscapes, creatures, and challenges. From the towering peaks of Mondstadt to the sprawling deserts of Liyue, the player will encounter a wide range of environments, each with its own distinct look and feel. The combat system is dynamic and allows players to switch between characters on the fly, unleashing powerful elemental combinations. You can play it on multiple devices such as the PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Windows, iOS, and Android. The characters in Genshin Impact are well developed, each with their own unique abilities, personalities, and stories. Whether you prefer to play as a spellcasting mage, a nimble rogue, or a tanky warrior, there is a character that will suit your playstyle. Players can also team up with friends to explore the world and tackle challenging dungeons, or compete in exciting multiplayer battles. In addition to the main story, Genshin Impact offers a wealth of side content, including daily quests, world events, and co-op multiplayer. This game is a true feast for the senses, with its breathtaking landscapes, vibrant colors, and intricate designs. Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth is a masterfully crafted pixel art RPG based on the Record of Lodoss War novel series. Many manga, anime, and video game adaptations have been born from those imaginative works, and one such video game is Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. This was a particularly interesting game for retro fans, as Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth is a unique platformer with shades of Castlevania. The game is actually said to be directly inspired by Symphony of the Night, and it shows, in all the best ways. This short, but entertaining gaming experience is full of puzzle platforming, item collecting, stat building, elemental spirit harnessing, and epic boss battling. King of Fighters 15 is very much a return to form for the long-running SNK series. The 3-on-3 fighter boasts a sizable character roster and a respectable suite of gameplay modes, complete with smooth rollback netcode, should you decide to test your skills online. A pleasingly robust fighting game package. Genshin Impact might have a loyal fan base, but it's one that is dwarfed in comparison to that of Final Fantasy. It's almost like a religious cult. This game is set in the dystopian cyberpunk metropolis of Midgar, where players must control the infamous Cloud Strife. You will be joined by Avalanche, an eco-terrorist group that is trying to thwart the evil megacorporation known as Shinra from using the planet's essence as an energy source. The battle system in this game was updated, and the expanded story was a dream, but the side quests felt awfully repetitive and very linear in presentation. Bandai Namco went big budget with Tales of Arise, and delivered a fantastic action RPG. Taking place across a wide range of vibrant locations and boasting an endearing main cast of characters, there's an awful lot to like about the desperate adventures of Alphen. As you'd expect of the long-running series, the real-time, combo-based combat is a highlight, but a twisting story also strings things along to great effect. For our Gald, Tales of Arise is one of the PS5's strongest Japanese RPGs. Square Enix and Tri-Ace Star Ocean franchise has been hit and miss for years, but if you're looking for a solid action RPG and don't mind the noticeably rough edges, you could do a lot worse than Star Ocean, The Divine Force. A satisfying combat system holds this starfaring adventure together, while large environments encourage enjoyable exploration. The awkwardly named Berserk in the Band of the Hawk attempts to transform Kentaro Miura's legendary manga series into a hack-and-slash action title, and the result is decent. This is easily the bloodiest warrior-style game on the market, with Guts and company ripping and tearing their way through hordes of enemy soldiers and demonic beasts. It's not the most polished warriors game out there, but swinging the Dragon Slayer is satisfyingly visceral, especially when Ten's foes explode into severed body parts with every hit. So, did you like the games I recommended? So leave your like, subscribe to the channel to follow me and activate the bell because I post a lot of videos on this channel and you can't miss it. Thank you very much for following me this far and until next time, bye.